Okay, today we are back with some more TSdL Season 14 action, round of 16. First game we'll have today is Tomato versus Tiny, and then after this series, depending on whether they delay the match or not, we will try to catch Ceui versus Katakuri, but their game is 1 hour after this, so if they don't delay that, then we'll probably only be able to make it for the second game onwards at most. So, yeah. For the first series, it's going to be Tiny versus Tomato. And we'll see how that goes first. Just waiting for the players to start the map. They just wrote the first map. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Tiny seems to be playing a more traditional Rosen plus 3 tank box, and he does have some of the more recent DPS options. The Andrew, Nemia, Ashen, Godham, SP Burn, Lina. Whereas Tomato is playing also Rosen and 3 tanks it looked like, but yeah, 3 magic tanks plus SP Burn. He has an Oboro in this box and a Liana as well. Other than that, yeah, mostly strategic units. Interesting that Tomato has both water units, which isn't very common nowadays, and the first map is Cape of Sorrow. Oh, actually, there's Oboro on both sides, which is not the most common DPS option we have nowadays. Because Oboro is a little bit slow when you look at the more recent DPS with Agnagins and stuff. Yeah, they are both... Actually, no, there's only 2 magic tanks on this side. It's Landius and Lightbringer. And then the third tank is kind of SP Burn. SP Burn is kind of considered a proper tank nowadays because there's really only 2 popular magic heroes. It's Yenny and Lina, because Awakener is first ban like 90% of the time. So I think we can consider SP Burn a legit tank. So Tiny starts off with Andrew, which is Gintoki 2.0, and Tomato starts off with Rosen, which is a more standard tank push line of draft. Ashen Yenny ban. Nemia and Granshio's second ban, interesting for Tomato side. Chooses to take out the Granshio on the second ban. We saw in the past few series that Granshio's place in the pick ban has kind of dropped significantly. Usually it's like 4th or 5th at most. But being a, I guess this is more of like a standard tank push line, you kind of don't want to worry about Granshio offering that guard ignore to her allies. But nowadays there's a lot of threats, so Granshio as a second ban might not be fully worth it. But okay, Tomato picks up his own Andrew because the tanks are not threatened yet. She still has all 3 of them, or if you count SP Burn. But you probably don't want a tank with SP Burn because Yenny has been picked up on second pick for Tiny. Tiny now loses his Ashen and SP Burn, so we'll see if he wants a tank or not. Because if you get a tank, you're probably not gonna get Rosen. But there's also not that much AoE threat on Tomato's side, so you could probably just pick a tank and just forgo the Rosen. I don't think he cares too much for that. He threatens the tank ban now with a Lightbringer ban. So you see if he wants to pick up a magic tank. Probably yes. Then we'll see if Tiny picks up a tank of his own. No, he goes straight for Oboro, which is kind of interesting. There's no Actagon in this team, and only 1 faction buff in Landius. So, okay, the 2 tanks get banned, and Landius comes out on Tomato's side. So this is like a 5 DPS kind of Oboro, where you just try to make space with your other DPS, and you basically put a timer on Tomato to try and engage you before the dragon is ready to go. So without a tank, Tomato's DPS isn't the most threatening. I would try to take out the SB burn though, because SB burn plus a magic tank seems quite a lot to deal with. Tiny side is lacking a bit of faction buff. Like really, the only attack buff being offered right now is Yanni's portal. Like you have to enter on the portal to get the attack buff. And if Tomato just simply picks up SP burn here, I feel like there's nothing threatening the burn at all. Z2 and Lina ban. Yeah, there's no faction buff. I guess you could take Rosen for Empire buff. But if you pick Rosen with Oboro, then the lineup becomes kind of passive in a way. Because you only have 3 real DPS to play with. And Andrew kind of wants someone to go in for him, so it's only 2 DPS at most. He picks Godham, so yeah. Not sure though, how will you deal with the faction buff on this team? Tomato picks up McLean over SP Burn, which is okay. With Landia's buff, he's pretty tanky. The Joa and Coney probably can't kill him. One of the more old school tank push DPS options. You can just sit in the water and then you slowly kill things one after the other. And Liana last pick for Tomato. Not too much active gameplay going on here because I think Andrew's just gonna put the command on McLean, and I don't think McLean is gonna die, to be honest. But with these 2 DPS options, it's not the easiest thing to chase down the Oboro as well. So we'll see how both of them choose to play out the early game. Yeah, I'm mostly just concerned for the attack buff on Tiny's side because you only really have a command from Andrew to work with. And Joa and Coney doesn't make use of Yanni's portal that well. She doesn't carry her own act again, so like you can't just sit on the portal and go in front and then just like spend a turn there. There is a chance that you could just drop the command on. Actually, no. Godham doesn't have an attack buff of his own as well, but at least he can make use of the Yanni portals. But maybe this game he's gonna try to go for a bust Landius strat. I think it's not completely out of question. But even if Godham takes the first life, like Tomato has a proper healer in Liana that can heal Landius back up to pretty much full. And I don't know who on Tiny's side will be able to take out the second life, really. So this game is not very straightforward. The way Tiny drafted, he left out the attack buffs. Tomato's side, his DPS aren't the most active either. Like for McLean to reach the Oboro, it's going to be quite difficult. So you probably have to play the McLean aggressively and then rely on Andrew to clean up the rest. Air Slash on Apotheosis. I guess he doesn't have that many good 2C options, right? You're not gonna bring AoE into this. $1200 defense before faction buff and the command. Like this McLean is immortal. I don't see anything killing the McLean. Even Oboro at max stack, it's not gonna kill. Oboro plants himself pretty near the center. Like you either want to like hide in this corner or this corner. This is a little bit nearer. Okay, Landis has this new troop. 15% decreased range damage, and soldier gains 20% attack and defense when on non-defensive terrain. So when not on defensive terrain. But in terms of versus magic, actually no, just in general, I'm pretty sure Guardian infantries are still tankier. Because Lancer troops have really dogshit attacks for the troops. Both defensively and offensively. I think GI is just tankier in general. Like, yeah, you're dealing against Fireball, but it doesn't matter, right? You're just losing troops and Liana's supposed to heal you back up later. Yeah, I suspect Tiny is gonna run into damage issues this game unless the Landius dies. Like, you cannot go for the McLean, there's no way. If this McLean was an SP burn, it would be even worse, I think, because it makes it harder to kill the Landius. And burn is just gonna do a similar thing, right? He's just gonna walk towards you and then start chopping your things. Okay, this Landius positioned himself quite aggressively. So Tiny is going to try to take advantage and place the portal right there, which allows both Apotheosis and Andrew to initiate if they want to. Mash Crystal Heal, not even bothering with Miracle. So we're looking at 19.5k HP and 1200 defense. I think Apotheosis can kill that. Steel Wing and not Werewolves, but unless there's some funny taunts action going on, I think Apotheosis can do it. And I think Apotheosis has a Dispel 5 as well, so that will dispel the guard on Landius and make it a little bit more tricky to position overall. So we'll see if this Landius walking up aggressively is gonna end up being a mistake. Okay, Andrew's not going this turn, and he puts the Oath on Yenny instead of Apotheosis, which is interesting. Interesting to note that Andrew doesn't have a faction buff as well, because Rosen didn't bring hers. And pretty sure he's not Yeeless. So I guess there's a Gospel to go off. But McLean's not quite ready this turn, so if there's any counter kill that's going to happen, it's going to have to be from Andrew. Normal attack McLean is not gonna kill these units, I'm pretty sure. Chip damage goes onto Joa, which means that he cannot hide with his channel interference for the remainder of this match because there's no healer on Tiny's side. 15,000 HP and probably 1500 defense as well if loyalty and faction buff both go up. So yeah, the target has to be Landius. There's no way you can snipe in this game. Maybe it's possible to snipe Andrew twice. I doubt it though. There's only one real assassin. Andrew can only assassin after Yenny dies. So that depends on the flow of the game. We'll see if Tiny takes the jump this turn or he's just setting up for next turn. Liana has act again, so he could just act again McLean if he wants McLean to get a kill. Right, because if Andrew puts the command on McLean, how much revive does Apotheosis have actually? I think it's 20, 30%. Okay, 30%, that means McLean probably can't kill it, even with the fixed damage from his 3C. I was thinking if like McLean acts again, and then he kills Apotheosis, then Andrew gets an act again because McLean kills a thing, and then Andrew just kills Yenny and goes back. It could become kind of tricky, but no, you can't one-shot God Hand. Okay, Joe and Coney just walks up. Mito is probably thinking if he wants to act again. But if you act again, then I think Apotheosis is just gonna chill. Yeah, if Andrew tries to go for this, he won't be able to get back into guard. Because his retreat is only 3 blocks. Actually, no, he can't even reach Yenny yet. Because in order to get Terrain Master, he has to have the... I don't know, I just call it Angry because it's similar to Gintoki. Yeah, it's called Hostility. Okay, so he actually puts the loyalty on Landius. So he identifies that this game is probably going to rely on his Landius surviving instead of like McLean slowly killing things, because if the Landius dies, then there's a lot of options for Tiny to just kill the rest of his team. But as long as Landius is alive, only Joa and Koni can bypass guard. So Tiny doesn't really have to take the aggressive approach because he's the one with Oboro. So he could just try to take it slow as well. With the command on Landius, it becomes a little bit more difficult to activate Andrew. Because if your Andrew is activated, your tank is dead, and that's also not very good. And without him being activated, he won't have the Terrain Master. Okay, after taking all to consider, he just enters on Oboro. Tiny's backup time is actually kind of low. It's less than 100 seconds right now. Yeah, look at this McLean stats. 1400 defense without the command from Andrew. What star is this? 8% increase. What star is that? It's 11. So 8% seems like it's a 4-star Andrew. And this one's 5. I think it's like 5, 8, 11, and 15. Andrew enters as well. Think I'm just gonna slowly feel each other out until McLean feels like he wants to go with the Act Against support. Joa isn't quite in position to get an Ignore Guard off as well. Without an attack buff and versus Landius Aura, I don't even think you can sniper healer. Normally you could try, but both without attack buff and versus Landius Aura, I think it's not very realistic. Not quite sure why the choice was to put the command on Yenny. I thought it would be either on Godham to kill the tank or Connie to ignore guard. Yenny is probably just gonna harass the tank, so I don't think the command is that useful on her. Even if this isn't exclusive, yeah, it's not quite enough. Even with attack buff, that probably isn't enough as well. Yenny went up to hit the Landius and jump through the portal, which actually jams the portal for Apotheosis to go through, which means that he cannot get attack buff at the moment. But again, he's the one with Oboro, so he can kind of afford to take it slow a little bit. But I don't think Oboro will be the be-all and all of this game. Again, I think he's gonna struggle to get through this McLean behind an Aura. He could just try to trade for Andrew. Okay, Miracle comes out for Tomato, so I think now you're just gonna take it even more chill based on how this game is going. Okay. That's one way to get an attack buff. It's 4 turns cooldown, so it's not the cheapest skill to use. But it probably wasn't gonna do much anyway. Doesn't get the guard of the Landius. What did he get? Didn't get anything useful. We got Landius called the Talon and damage dealt increase, which is not very significant. The Talon might be significant, but it's still 1200 defense. And Apotheosis doesn't have attack buff right now. And he still has 2k attack. What the fuck is this hero? This 5 stars? Why does this hero have 2000 attack without an attack buff? And this is with attack. Okay, the 2C for McLean. So now the map is a little bit waterlogged. For me, I think you just pull back. You don't really need to go aggressive right now. McLean, without a breeze proc, it's not really in range to get anything. Just pull back your Godham, then next turn you pull back your Joa. Force the Landius to come a bit more forward. Okay. We're not gonna pull back. Seems like he's trying to go for sniping 1 life on the McLean. Because Joa can move forward 2 steps. Actually no. That's not in range. Joa needs to be within 2 blocks, right? For the ignore guard. If Apotheosis stays here and you pull back Joa, then McLean will be able to reach this. But it will be a trade, of course, which is actually not that good, because trading McLean doesn't activate Andrew in this case. And I think Oboro can kill Andrew through the revive. Not the highest amount of defense, and revive is only 20%. So Oboro's 3C can easily just take out Andrew in 1 hit. So yeah, maybe it's fine to just stay here, because trading away the McLean for Godham is not going to be worth it, I think. Because McLean kills from here. Oh, okay. So he's just gonna go for the puppet. He even commits Riptide component, so that's quite a heavy commitment. It also puts him outside of guard, so Yenny can't quite reach this turn. So what do you do now? Nope, not quite enough. Even with damage dealt increase and attack buff. Yeah, this is not even in Landius command, it's just too much defense on the McLean. Now McLean can pull back, drop another 3C to refresh, get healed up by Liana. Two turns left for both his Riptide and Terrifying Wave. And 2 turns for Oboro as well. Not counting this turn. Tiny has 15 seconds left, so execution is going to have to be really clean from this point onwards. Otherwise, like, one big mistake or like an auto move and his game is just gonna be gone. Yeah, I still don't quite get the command on Yanni. I think that's a mistake. Like, what if the command on Connie got that life out of McLean? I think game would look very different. At least one of these two guys, for me. Four seconds left. It's a dangerous amount of time. The fuck, it went up to 5? Do you get 1 second of backup time extra every time you make a move? Not something that I've noticed, but it went up. It's very dangerous to be playing on this kind of timer when the game realistically hasn't really started yet. Andrew goes in, but this is not gonna do shit to Landius. Unless he's trying to bounce and get the Rosen, which I think is a mistake. I don't think Rosen really matters. Still does a lot, all things considered. One life of Landius, maybe? One life of Landius and then Godham goes afterwards, but that will activate Andrew. Which might be okay actually. You could just play with 3-stack Dragon this game if you kill the tank. Because Rosen isn't gonna heal this for peanuts. Ooh, I wonder if Andrew can kill this. Javelin is a goddamn dogshit skill though. $2.1k attack, almost 2.2. I think it should kill. Ah, you should move though. That's just greed. That's greed. You gain up to 60% for each block you move. Okay, so Liana's gonna heal this, and then now you're gonna have to toss your Godhand with, which maybe is okay. Maybe it's okay. But like with Javelin, you can move, right, after? Yeah. After battle, gain a chance to move another 2 blocks. So you could just easily move 2 blocks, Javelin, and then walk back into the portal. You didn't have to stay there. I guess he was worried that even after he moved, it's not enough damage, and then he's gonna be stuck there. And it's not like he has a lot of time to make decisions as well, so I guess it's fair. Yeah, but going back from the portal makes it so that Godham cannot get access to attack buff. But considering the amount of buffs on Landius, let's see if this kills. No, not quite. Yeah, he does go back from the portal, but... We'll see how this map turns out, cause it's heavy commitment, but at least he's not really dying for it just yet. Landius has lost his guard. Oh, that's the fucking damage 20% taken. from like a random Tenio. If not, this Landius should be dead, I think. From the Andrew previously. So that's kinda unlucky. Also the decision to put the command on Landius. Yeah, it's 8%, but again, probably would have killed Landius previously on Andrew without it. It's kind of a intense turn because Andrew is like gonna run out of all his buffs this turn. Same for McLean, no act again. Landius doesn't quite have his buff ready. No miracle, only Mass Crystal. So I think even if you Mass Crystal on Rosen, I think Yenny can take the last life out. Should be enough, with all the buffs being removed. And if Yenny gets the kill on Landius, Andrew is gonna revive. Well, not really revive, he's gonna heal back up to full. Doesn't have the skills, but yeah. Mass Crystal, 58%. There's a chance this Fireball kills. Attack is there, King's Crown is there. And it's gone. Okay, I think Tiny should have this game, because if Andrew goes in for a kill, it's not like he can retreat far enough. Join Coney, I mean, well, it's just Coney left. Coney's kinda useless. Same with Godham. Godham is just like a revive unit on the map right now. So it's realistically between these three units. But like I said again, it's quite an intense turn because if you don't get enough damage done this turn, you're gonna have no buffs after this. You're gonna have to spend one turn on Gospel, but you probably want to act again as well. Okay, he's gonna trade directly for Andrew, I think. But it's going to be a trade versus Oboro. Oboro can clean this up pretty easily, and then I think he will just win from there, because McLean just committed his act again in the previous turn, so it's not gonna be back for a while. Okay, no, he goes for Yenny. But again, I don't think that's far enough against Oboro. Oboro's just gonna transform and kill you. Trying to do it with normal attacks. Not really necessary. I don't really think you need the 4th stack. But I guess if you can get it, why not? If McLean runs out of attack buff, he might struggle to kill a 4 stack Oboro. Portals are gone next turn, so he can't. Oh, okay, never mind. He's just gonna jump through the portal now. Which is fair enough. Honestly, if it's me, I'll go for the Liana. I think the rest of your DPS can do enough chip to kill McLean slowly. But if you try to hit McLean and, like, you're getting 1 life at most from this, and if you don't get that life, you are kind of boned. Yeah, I'll go for this. Just fucking take out the healers first, so that once you lower McLean enough. My god. Can't even kill Andrew. Andrew's gonna slowly heal up. Alright, I'll just 3C the Rosen. Get this shit out of the way. Really? Is this like EMB? No, right? Surely not. That damage looks kinda crazy though, if it's not EMB. I didn't quite pay attention if the Stinger ever came out. Wait, what? He went back for the McLean this time. But it's a pretty easy kill still. chip damage, and I think Andrew can actually kill Rosen. Wow, okay. Air slash from a 30% apotheosis gets the kill. Okay, Tiny manages to pull it off with like barely any backup time. Pretty close match. And this game we basically see the weakness of Landius as like a main tank. I think there was a mistake in troop decision though. I think if he just brought Guardian Infantries, it would be a lot easier. Like the infantries from Andrew would do a lot less because it's not hitting into double lancers. And he will take less from Yenny overall as well, I think. Like the initial, I guess the initial 2C from Yenny doesn't matter as much. But generally, I think there's no real reason to bring Lancer troops unless you're fighting against a guaranteed cavalry. Which Andrew is not. Andrew brings the infantry most of the time unless, like, it's kind of like a gamble, I suppose, because we did see a Andrew versus Andrew match yesterday, and they both brought cavalry. This game, Tomato takes out the 2 aquatics and Liana, which I think is still immensely lucky that he got a water map with both aquatics. Now he puts in Joakoni, Lina, and Sagani. So let's see if he bans Rosen, because it's technically 3 AoE units. He bans Ashen, and he's calling for a choice. Gonna play tanks with healers, tanks without healers, healers without tanks. Let's see where we go. Tiny brought out SP Leon and Liana for player 2. In exchange for Lina and Joa and Coney. So Lina, I guess AoE, he doesn't want her anymore if Tomato is insistent on picking Rosen first. Joa and Coney, I guess she suffers from attack buff a little bit, like lack of ways to buff. But it's still an assassin, so I don't know about taking her out for SP Leon. SP Leon against tank push is kind of just like rolling the dice. You want to see how good your displacement is. And that will just win or lose you the game because you're committing a unit for it. Yenny proves to be instrumental in last game's win for Tiny, so we'll see if he gets taken out. No, SB Burn and Grand Show is trying to target the faction buffs more immediately than the previous game. Lightbringer Rosen doesn't quite care about Awakener. There's not much teleport play to go off on here. Interesting that he banned Landis this time because last game he won with tank busting pretty much. And Lightbringer with a Rosen is a lot harder to bust than a Landius. And Tiny doesn't quite have assassins as well, so like, are you gonna rely on your Leon displacement? With an act again, it could become a bit dangerous. If I'm Tomato, I would really just pick the SP Burn. I feel like that would solve all your problems. I just don't give a fuck. Just pick SP Burn. It's not a tank. It's like tanky, and it's still a DPS. Andrew, Lina. Oboro, second pick. Okay. I guess never goes wrong against tank plus Rosen. But putting all your eggs in one Oboro basket is kind of scary. Sagani get picked up here, but the healers are still on the map, and I think Liana is a perfectly fine pick here. You get Liana out of the way, you don't really need to care much about the AoE. And yeah, Sagani, he can do like the long range snipe kind of, but I wouldn't say it's the most impactful overall. Why is this SP Burn still here? Like, we saw in yesterday's series, like, This unit wins games. It's absurdly tanky, it does decent damage still. This command also protects your other units. Yenny and Leon, so are we gonna see, we might see a Nemia this game. The sort of pseudo slowdown / assassin, as well as a emergency check for SP burn if it does come out here. Yeah, okay. Finally gets picked up. We'll see, we'll see. I think this game, this hero instantly wins. But we'll see how game plays out. Okay, Nemia does come out, but again, we have faction buff issues. Liana can solve it for one of them. But that's about it. Let's see if Rosen brings Empire buff as well. Because if SP burn is not tanky enough, put Rosen buff on him and then he starts dispelling your attack buff and then he's just even more unkillable. So we see an Oboro trade, so kind of complicates the win condition a little bit. Because now both players are not in much of a rush. Or rather, like, both of them have a time-sensitive win condition, so unlike previous game where only one of them had Oboro, now both of them can just chill if they want to and they're both gonna be happy with it. But this is Oboro behind SP burn and behind a Lightbringer. Quite a lot of things to go through. In fact, I think even if you manage to trade out all three of these DPS, Lightbringer plus Rosen might just simply win against this lineup. Godhand doesn't seem like it's gonna do much this game. Like, does it one-shot Lightbringer? Doubt it. So if you're Tomato, I'm not sure if you even want to bring Guard skill on burn. You might just want to make Lightbringer your only tank, so that Nemia like has to 3C onto your burn, make sure your burn is in water. Actually no, with Rosen you can't put the water debuff on burn, so yeah, you can't even snipe burn that way. You might just not bring Iron Fist on Bernhard. But if you don't bring Iron Fist on Bernhard, you might be a bit more vulnerable to Oboro later on. So, give and take, and depends on what game plan you want to go with. I don't think giving Oboro on 5th might be a bit mistake, because it gives Tomato the luxury of just slowing down alongside. And I don't think you really want that. Sagani still brings his AoE, so maybe he's trying to catch Liana on a turn where... Ooh. What's this? Why is there a Sky Archer? Unlike Gintoki, Sky Archer doesn't quite work with Edril, so maybe he just wants to put the Sky Archer aside and then just use that as the AoE answer. Because Liana's usually Teddy Bear, which means that she's not silence immune. But if you just brought 3C, actually she gives herself immunity, so I'm not sure if this is better than just bringing Kyo and 3C. But Sky Archer this game is just for Dispel, it's not for sacrificing. The Discipline, we're not seeing Holy Shield Bash. Usually sometimes you can see Holy Shield Bash on Lightbringer as a answer to Oboro. Because if Oboro kills everything else and leaves your Lightbringer, then your Lightbringer can just bash his head in. And it can be a one-shot. Yeah, okay. Burn doesn't bring the Iron Fist, just go for Shield Bash. No Empire buff from Rosen. Sagani doesn't bring Windblade, so Not sure if he can actually get a kill on like flyer units on terrain. Might be a bit difficult. But this is not a Divine Boots Sagani, it's like int accessory, some kind of. So it does do a bit more damage than the usual one. Liana summons Sky Archer instantly. I wonder if it would be better to just throw out the act again immediately. Because I don't think Sagani can press that hard, especially the lack of range without the Divine Boots. And you just want to use act again faster so that you can get it back on turn 4. As now, if you act again next turn, you gotta get it back on turn 5. Oh, this skill is not very commonly brought. 1.5 times damage. Then before battle, lose 30% of current hero HP and deals equivalent 6 damage to the enemy. This is a melee skill, so has less range than Javelin. I don't know, Javelin's damage is just kind of weird. 0.8 times with 60% damage increase. Usually I see Javelin do very bad damage. I'm not sure if it's an animation thing. Yeah, this skill 1.5 times, but you do sack some HP. So you're basically... Actually, you only lose hero HP, so this is actually a pretty legit skill. If not for the fact that you can only melee with it. Wow, very useful. 8% of attack is added to int. Very useful for Twilight Star Godhams. Why is that even a thing? Why can you add it to int? Command goes on Godham. You're not killing Lightbringer behind a burn aura. Let's just face it. Let's see if I'm proven wrong. Otherwise, I don't really see like other game plans. If you're not gonna try with Godham, it's just like charging your dragon. Breeze proc. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bird goes here, so he can have an attempt on something next turn. Either Liana or Oboro. I think Nemia is going to screw off from this diagonal. She's gonna go back or go down. I think Nemia can die to Sagani. Actually, AoE might be okay, because the AoE actually hits the Sky Archer if you put it on Liana. Then you will have to end turn with Liana to dispel the Sky Archer, and then Sky Archer has to dispel it off everyone else, which means that Liana doesn't get to cast a skill next turn. I don't think he would die for it. You can even just put the bird from here to this tile, and it hits Liana, and you just run back into guard. Well, not in guard, but like, there's nothing that can chase you this turn anyway, and then you can just move your guard up. Whether you need to guard Oboro or not, like, you can just regroup later, right? I think it's worth to commit the AoE here. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Even if it kills and he trades, SP Burn walks up. Okay, maybe it's not worth. Maybe it's not worth. Because if you trade Sagani for Andrew, then your burn is gonna have to walk up and kill Andrew. Who can even kill burn back though in this team? Nemia's so far away with no attack buff. Godham doesn't kill this, I'm pretty sure, but he does have Iron Fist. And I'm not super familiar with these calcs. Unless this is a super big Jabate and it's like Crystal Ball Liana to bait the Sagani into using the AoE. If you're confident that this Liana is not silence immune, I think it's okay. Go for the AoE. If you're confident your Bernhard can tank. 4. If Andrew kills from here, he runs back 3 blocks. Your burn is gonna have to attack from here at most, at least, for Shield Bash. Or like the other 2 range attack. Could die to 2 hits. Maybe better just take it slow. You have Frozen, tank, you have an Oboro. Don't need to take unnecessary risks. He's probably considering it if he's taking so much time. It is a very juicy AoE. The only problem being that it doesn't hit Andrew. No, we're just gonna chill. Sagani is not the most impactful overall, but he still offers a threat, which is a good thing for him, I suppose. Like, it's a question mark for me if he can even kill Oboro with Holy Word. If it's Windblade, maybe he has a shot, but Holy Word, I'm pretty sure it's not a kill. That's a lot of defense for a non-Divine Boot Sagani though. I wonder what this accessory is. Okay, we're just moving back. It's like he doesn't quite want to use his Liana before the Sagani ends. Better just stay back with Sagani. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's why I think giving Oboro 5th pick might be a mistake. You just give Tomato the luxury of just chilling. Miracle comes out. Okay. Is that an indication that he wants to initiate? Maybe he wants to try for the Oboro. But Sagani has only 1 attack skill, so he can't like double attack this turn and next turn. So you're gonna have to like start with the AoE. I think Tiny doesn't really care too much if the Actagon gets cock-blocked. Okay. Nemia responds. Okay, it's taking a bit of time to consider. Sending Nemia up like that means that Sagani can just kill the Nemia though, and it's kind of free for the most part. Unless, like, somehow Sagani cannot kill a last right Nemia. Okay. That's a free holy word though. Defense plus 20, not gonna do anything. Yeah. A little bit ambitious. Sagani doesn't have an attack next turn. So Liana can just kind of act again and chill. Just move your bird backwards. Why not take the guaranteed kill though? Yeah, Bernhard can take this, but you do not want to hard commit outside of your tank with this kind of lineup. Wonder if 2 hits can kill Bernhard from a non-angry Andrew. Can't get your buff dispelled by Bernhard if you don't have buffs. Prayer, act again. Okay, that's quite convenient. It's in range to hit Sagani now. Tiny disconnected. Oh, that's 3 minutes ago, and he lost a lot of backup time for it. Okay, Burn is just gonna dive the Andrew, shoot bash. That's actually a much better kill than Nemia. Has a revive? Is Rupture enough to kill this? 1800. I think it shouldn't be enough. Okay, never mind, it is. How much is Rupture's damage? 2 times attack, is it? Yeah, okay, 2 times 0 attack. That's actually quite insane. No, that's not enough to kill Burn. No! You're throwing your win con away. No, okay, I think this game... You lose now. I think you had to just kind of let it go and go for the max stacks dragon. That attack from Nemia was kind of weird. I had no idea what that was for. Did he auto? No, he still has backup time. He said he disconnected like 3 minutes ago. I didn't pay attention. But now you lost your only win con, right? How are you gonna kill the Lightbringer now? And the Burn can get 1 more kill. Like, you just shoot bash this. Game's over. Like, Oboro plus Nemia is not killing this. Well, Gotham and Oboro actually might be able to, who knows. Sagani is kinda useless for a bit, so... Wow, you need to finish this game in 2 turns. That's kinda hard to ask. Oboro has no skills now. All in Hail Mary Gotham. You don't even get the loyalty command anymore. 2000 attack, phalanx on a tree, 1300 defense. Why not +1 though, Oboro as well, just for fun? Yeah, looking like it's gonna go for a game 3. Oh, guess he didn't need a +1 because of this. Still think he should have just let the burn go. This Liana's so far away as well. Even if you go in with 2 units, kill the tank, the dragon just transforms, kills one of you back. You're just gonna lose the dragon. Woohoo! SP Burn died, but I'm pretty sure SP Burn did win the game as well, so I think I'm still correct on that. Trade up 1 versus 2, most importantly, forcing the early transform for. Yeah, didn't seem like the Oboro had the luxury of getting 4 stacks. Because if you don't transform, he's just gonna kill another unit. Like, it's gonna force out a transform from Gotham at least, and pretty sure Gotham can't kill it. I think we should just forfeit and go next. There's not quite anything to say about this game. 4 Dragon, it's just got an instant win. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you want to go for a Hail Mary play, you probably have to go for it a turn before. Waiting for the Oboro to be finished doesn't really do you any favors. You're down on units as well. Are you gonna run now? Right now you don't even get your attack buff back. Oh my god. Act again is back. But Oboro just goes last. You know, Oboro just goes first. It doesn't matter if you kill the tank this turn, you're gonna die next turn. Even if like Oboro transforms, act again, a God Ham, you actually kill it with 2 hits. Dragon just kills your God Ham next turn through the revive. And your 2-stack dragon without an attack buff most likely does not beat a 4-stack dragon. That also has strengthen. You know, after he transforms, he doesn't have it. Yeah. Hail Mary. You can even move Rosen first. It's not like your tank really matters at this point. If they hit your tank, you just kill them. He hits on forest as well. Defender proc on the forest. Yep. Gemini Bridge. Guess Leon is back on the menu. Nemia probably has a slight increase in fan pick priority. I don't know. I think main point from last game is respect the SP burn a bit more. Like, he still has insane mobility. That it's difficult to counter kill if you don't have a mage. Tiny takes first pick. Seems to be a trend now. Now most people want first move, if possible. Despite the fact that Ashen as an active unit very strong right now. Initiative is still stronger. Probably gonna see Liana go down. Maybe we can see a Lost Hand come up. Honestly, if you take Burn out of the equation, I think Lost Hand's actually pretty decent overall. Nope. Lina down, Liana up. And then Liana down, Joa and Coney back in. No Lost Hand action today. Gonna see some good old Awakener bands. I think Tiny should just go back to his previous formula. Ban out the Lightbringer, fight one of the other magic tanks that are easier to break on the physical side. Ban the fucking SP burn. You can still play Oboro if you want. Andrew first ban this time. Doesn't want to deal with that shit. So there's a question now. You want to just ban Rosen and play Awakener? Trade Awakeners? Interesting. But does it quite work against this? His idea is that if you take Rosen, I'm gonna ban out your other 2 magic tanks. And then I'm gonna play mages against your burn. But there's only one other mage here. So not quite sure if it works in an environment where SP burn exists. sure why he's more concerned with Landius as the tank. Like, the only thing it brings to the table is that it buffs Oboro. Range aura is like, yeah, it's kind of there, but the other tanks have like reduced range and reduced crit aura as well. That's not really the main point. Not sure why game 2 and game 3 he chooses to ban Landius out of the rest of the magic tanks. But Tomato is taking some time to consider. Maybe he hasn't faced like the first ban tank approach before, and he doesn't quite know how to respond. King of Poison. You want to play without a tank or you want to play without Rosen? Action ban, Leon ban. Awakener. Okay. Now the ball goes back to Tiny's court. Do you want to ban the tanks or do you want to ban the Rosen? Or do you want to leave it open-ended? Like you pick one, I'll ban the other things. Okay, bans the SB Burn and Yanni. Do you take his own Yanni? I think Yanni is usually one of the better follow-up picks for this kind of draft. You could chicken out and go for your own Rosen. It's not out of the question. But you'll face a similar problem. Okay, it's the Yanni. The black-white Yanni combo. 黑泥白泥. This should be quite exciting. Might end up with no tanks this game, who knows. Nemia Z2 ban. Nemia probably just for the turn 1 threat, especially on the water map. Z2 because like if you get an initiative kill with player 1, Z2 follows up and it's just a snowball effect. Counterban, Ashen and Z2 makes sense, act again, and Z2 similar reason. Leaving both the tanks and healers in so far. Godham is probably one of the better follow-ups. SB Burn's okay as well. Okay, SB Burn it is. So far, I think out of all the games that I've casted, SB Burn has a 100% win rate, I think. I'm not super certain, I need to check back, but it looks that way to me. Godham and Joel and Cody bad, so. I mean, the Rosen isn't that bad of a pick. He's trying to go mages and try to deter the tank push style. But if it's me, I will double ban the healers and play AoE. Like Black Hole Sword Dance against this comp. And you have a Rosen to prevent the bind. No. Okay, whatever. It's okay as well. But I think you pick your own Rosen and you ban their healers. This triple AoE just rocks the opposite side. He's giving the Rosen till the end, so just ban the healers, right? Just play AoE. Now without a tank, there's more incentive to split up, but I think you could just go hybrid. No, you are not picking Oboro here. I'll just ban the healers. 50 seconds backup time. There is quite a fair bit of kill threat on this SB Bird. Nah, okay, he wants to fully commit to single target. Wow. I don't think that's the correct approach. I think the slowdown from the bind is gonna fuck you up. I don't think there's enough incentive to play Oboro this game compared to Rosen. Rosen blocks the AoE from Sagani as well. Now AoE from Sagani is a giant threat. With the act again. Yeah, we know that it's not Divine Boots. But you just need to get a grease prop. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. It's not like it's a super one-sided draft, but I think the Rosen will have solved a lot of problems. You don't need to be stubborn about not picking it. It's not like it's completely useless against the enemy team. Sometimes if you play single target traits, the Rosen is completely useless, but against an Awakener and Sagani, it does have uses. With a Liana and without a tank to, to facilitate the grouping up, I think there's not much point in playing AoE anymore. I would still bring the physical guard on burn. But this Awakener plus Andrew can do quite a sick combo. You put the command on Awakener, and then you just suicide your Awakener in the fog, you teleport your Andrew forward, activate his Ignore Guard. But this is a very trade-heavy matchup, so something we need to keep in mind, but it's not like game-winning, because trading 1-for-1 is actually not that good in this matchup. Frontal Assault. Yeah, this is a passive, I guess. Windblade. Slash single target, no teleport. Javelin. Cavalry troops on Bernhard, and we have infantry troops on Andrew. I wonder if 2 hits on Andrew can still kill this Bernhard. Might be a no, actually. But Tiny's Bernhard doesn't seem to be fully stacked on defense. But maybe that's because Iron Fist isn't activated yet. Might still go up. Yeah, I think he was Rosen as well, but I don't know if he's too conditioned to play Oboro. 5th pick Oboro, not taking it as a waste, and then he just takes it over Rosen. I can't believe Tomato left it there and he's still not picked on the Rosen. You have so much advantage if you have Rosen to block the enemy's bind and you bind them yourself. There's so much room to play. Your mages are just gonna free hit for a few turns. They can't even chase you back properly. Now with Soulbind being on the field for both teams, a little bit more complicated. Awakener. Okay, so need to keep in mind the suicide play. But this one doesn't have teleport, so probably just wants to play it very aggressively and try to force a trade to activate Andrew. And then go for a double Actigan play. Never give Yanni and Ale together. Yeah, the combo is definitely still there. Can you swap Oboro? You can't, right? It's a displacement. Yeah, cannot be displaced. Is there anything preventing the Yeti from just going up and putting a portal here? One, two, three, put the bird. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's here. Okay, so Yenny can go here and open a portal here. Which means AO can come out and reach this. Not quite worth it just yet. Okay, we're taking quite a lot of time on this. I mean, if you don't know what to do, just buff your burn, I think. What's the real impending threat? If both Yenny and Sagani doesn't have buffs, can Sagani kill? Oh, ooh. Ooh. Okay. Tomato takes the initiative with that swap. Soulbind should come out on Grandshell +1, probably Yenny. This +1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 5, 3, 4. Touches burn, but you probably still need to faction buff. And well, now I think you should have just challenged the Sagani and you just put Portal here. Wait, does that reach? Oh fuck, that reaches. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, mathematics. Oof. Oh, that's a free kill on Sagani, and then you bind the other two. That's a mistake. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Grandshell doesn't even reach right now. 2, 3, 4. You can reach with air slash, but you definitely do not want to air slash this. You will die. I can now move 3 plus 2. Actually, no, is it 3 plus 2? 3 plus 1 only, right? With the bind? No, it's 3 plus 2, 3 plus 2. So what, you're gonna act again, Awakener? And meteor him back? Then he's gonna revive, he's gonna swap your unit, and then meteor your unit again. That swap was 1 tile 2 forward. Otherwise, I think it would have been pretty good. But let's say that Awakener swaps Sagani and doesn't get the breeze on Sagani. It actually doesn't do anything as well. So, and that breeze was lucky. If Sagani was here without breeze, 3 movement, you can only go here, and you plant the bird here, which doesn't reach anything. Yeah, you can AO, act again AO and 3C, but you are down on tempo. Because Grandshell can even follow up if you walk up. And you, okay, it's the same thing, right? It's air slash, and air slash bad idea. Unless you want to go for Liana, which I don't think is worth once act again comes out. What do you do with the Awakener next turn? Damage taken -20. Okay, now I think you leave the Awakener alone, do you? Only 1 turn cooldown. I think you don't really want to activate the Andrew. But your burn should have a good matchup because of the troop choice. Oh wait, the Andrew acted again because Awaken got a kill. There's nothing to do though, because Andrew's not angry yet. But it does help to run down the Soulbind a bit, Spellbound, whatever. I keep calling it Soulbind. Rensho. I don't know if you can afford to run further back. Like, if the Yenny wants you, she's gonna get you. Can Awakener swap and kill the Andrew? 673 MDF. I think there's no real demerit, right? Going for this. I think it's the best target to go for. Swap him out of revive range and drop Le Meteor. Andrew's HP is not very high, I think. It's 4 stars. I think it just might be enough to kill. After this, it doesn't matter if he dies. Doesn't get a like damage taken or MDF. Oh, if it's OLB, you can't get MDF down, I guess. I would have refreshed the bind on Awakener. Probably don't need to refresh it on Andrew. Let's see, how much damage? 1 crit, 2 crits, 3 crits, 4 crits, 5 crits, and it still doesn't kill. Okay, not quite enough. 1500 int. Andrew is... Oh wait. What is this I see? He's gonna lose 1 life for it, even if he runs back into revive range. No swap. And he cannot act again. Trade for Yenny? 7 Mobi, so he can reach this. That's a funny debuff. Oh shit, cannot use passive skills. That's quite a roll. So, he's gonna die even if he runs back into a revive range. Okay. It's quite a combo. No. Do you heal first? No! He doesn't get the heal. Is the healer passive? I can't check it now because it's dead. Oh no. Maybe he didn't see the passive block. Okay, now it's a 2 versus 4. With AO having no real range this turn. Reflect. Okay, this game's over. Call it. Wow, that's still counter killed. It's a water troop on a tree, which means that the water troop has like no effects. And it's still counter killed. Soul bind thing, I guess. Spellbound. We're just gonna air slash the Liana. What are you gonna do about it? Kill me back? Die to S. Oh, it's not even air slash. The bind ran out. You attack me, you die to Windblade. GG. Wait. Yenny can't reach the portal actually. It's on water. But he has a whole ass Bernhard here, so he can just fucking go through the portal and guard. Burn with wings? Yeah, I think so. 8 mobility. Plus 3. Yeah, it's wings. 13.9k Grand Show. I don't think it kills. Unless you roll a debuff. It's just damage taken minus 20. Nope. Mobility down. That's funny. She's just gonna go back through the portal. Or not. Now he can't go back through the portal. Yep, that's not enough. Just run back. Yenny can even go for this kill if you really want. Yeah. Okay. Tiny wins this series 2-1. Last game was quite something. It's a very aggressive AO trade game, no tanks. Then a little bit of a mistake with the Sagani swap, I guess. That Sagani swap itself, I felt like if he didn't get the breeze, it didn't really achieve much anyway. But I also thought that Tiny probably could have initiated with the Yenny a bit earlier, offered a threat with AO. Yeah, but exciting game nonetheless for the last one. So I think, yeah, next series, Ceui versus Katakuri, I think we can start that game. I'll just let them know. Game 3, that was pretty fun. Finally, after all this Rosen tank push, we get to see some action. Looks like Yenny and Burn are both like pretty high up there in terms of unit strength. I'm just gonna double check how the heal on Andrew works. I thought the heal would proc before the debuff too. Part of a passive? Ah, the heal is part of a passive. It's in the 3C. Whereas the revive is somewhere else, is it? Yeah, the revive is on like his 1-cost passive, and the heal is on his 3C. So the passive blocks both. Okay, looks like we're ready to go. Just waiting for the map and the invite. Cavern of Light. Okay. I think we haven't seen the lava map yet so far in this tournament. And I absolutely hate that map, so that's a good thing. Okay, here we go. Looks very standard so far. 1 tank, 2 tank, 3 tanks, Rosen, SP burn, 1 tanks, 2 tanks, 3 tanks with Rosen as well. It's like almost the same box. Ashen both sides, Yeti both sides. There's a Lucretia here. Granshell, Joa, and Coney. What's the difference? What is the difference unit? So Lina for Lucretia. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, it's actually exactly identical. So it's pretty much a mirror match. Awakener first ban, because you can't really see what bans it. Like you have to take the first ban before you can see the opponent. Whereas player 1, you can pick your Rosen, and then you can afford to not ban their Awakener immediately, because yeah, Rosen already counters Awakener outside of the teleport. So you can kind of give it for like maybe like 3rd ban or something if you really wanna. If you have a magic tank, you can probably give it until the end. This is slight player 1 advantage. Well, yeah, we're just gonna go back for double Rosen opener. Tank push. Assassins of choice, just Joa and Coney. Effectively a double tank ban on this, picking Christian. So he plans to just give all the mages, pretty much. So you're gonna try to ban Z2, gonna try to ban Granshell, Godham, probably even Ashen as well. Probably just have to suck it up and pick a tank here anyway. How these blocks are just built. You don't really have the means to tank bust, I think. Burn Ashen Christian. Might be seeing a Z2 pickup here. No, we're going for Grandchild first. Z2 is just more direct as a tank buster. The Grandchild does, positioning things. Bans the 2 flyers. Giving Z2 for 1 more pick. Nemia doesn't quite do anything this game, it looks like. Okay. Joe and Coney for ignore guard. Can Joe and Coney kill Grandchild if he doesn't bring flyer troops? Like if you bring like infantry or something? She's like Strat Empire and Tensei, right? So the only buff here is actually mass attack for Yenny. And Yenny's gone. Z2 or Godham looks pretty nice here. They're both kind of okay. Go for Z2. Both last picks are kind of whatever. I honestly think you can actually just go for Landis. You ban the double physicals. Yep. And this is gonna take a while for... Okay, he goes for Nemia. If you can somehow find the window to drop the guard disable onto the tank, Nemia can definitely snipe something. This game, I think it's gonna revolve around how much Coney can get done. Otherwise, if the tank meets each other, the Z2 is just gonna take out your Christian pretty quickly, I think. Although nowadays I think Christian are running that reflex set with the infantry troop. So I don't know how well Z2 fares into that. Like, is she gonna die to taunts? If you die to taunts, then you might not be able to get a second life after that. Yeah, this Joe and Coney is actually pretty threatening overall. Ceui has to bust the tank and Katakuri has to snipe one of the tank busting DPS. And you just have to see who manages to pull off their win condition first. CD reduction on Lucretia might be pretty helpful to try and find openings for Joa and Coney by refreshing the cooldown on the summon. This double summon is actually also quite funny. It helps a lot for Christian to maintain the formation. The phalanx on Christian. So it's not all in on the reflect like this infantry troop. Vanguard. Okay. Iceland Ambassador. What a name. So in water, you get 30% stats and ignore 20% of enemies' defense. So a physical troop. Grandchild brought flyers, so if the Coney touches you, you're gonna die. Lukusha with mass attack and 3C with reach strike. Double single target. Oh, this is a wings Zerida. Not quite sure how Z2 is built later on. Like, I don't know if the meteor build completely fell off with the crit accessory. This is the like, mainstream Zerida now with the wings. Oh yeah, Rosen can bring FB. He didn't though. Guess mass attack is enough. Don't really need 3 attacks on Lucretia. Probably not gonna tank bust a Christian even if you bring 3. Fair enough. And he probably wants to make sure he has enough healing to keep up with the tank. Prefer Godham to Christian than Z2. What's the difference though? Is there a big difference? I think Z2 still has more damage, no? And Z2 has more Dispel as well, which matters into a Christian. The funny thing is that Katakuri has double summons, so it's actually super difficult for a Grandchild to find the guard disable. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, not quite. At least Nemia has a way to break the Joa invisibility. 0.4 AoE, yeah, that breaks for sure, even with Mass Crystal. Looks like it's gonna be a slow match overall, and just mostly finding an opportunity for this hero. It's kinda hard for Ceui to initiate. You're gonna have to wait until the tanks get nearer to each other. But Joy and Koni's threat range is kinda high. This Tenure Breeze is just gonna lock this formation for one more turn, and then we're gonna see the play resume after that. There's not much you can do to dodge it, you just gotta surround. I thought you could even save the mass attack for one turn, because I don't think you're gonna go aggro turn. Nemia just goes in and starts throwing down terrain. It's like a semi-terrain war, looks like. 20%, 25%, so 4 stars to 5 stars. One turn cooldown. Okay, so I'm just gonna start with an attack. What the fuck? Does this count as water for her? It doesn't say that she considers it as water. It's only for enemies. The fuck? 5-star. 1.5 times. Super effective against aquatics. Oh, deals 20% increased damage. Huh. But this is a trait, right? Yeah, but with one life gone, Z2 might just be able to mop this up. Can you win after that? Pretty good opportunity with Gren being alive. I think now's a very good time to go. The attack first hasn't come online yet. Yeah, now you only have this 10% increased damage and restores 20% health. No, we're not going in just yet. Christian gets attack first now though. Not sure if it matters against Z2. Maybe he still gets the kill. But I think Christian might just win this game already. Like, if Zerida can find the Christian and if Gren can find the Coney, game's just done, I think. Just need to make sure your Rosen's not on water. I still don't know if Nemia considers this as water. Because otherwise the water troops only have like 15% attack and you fucking killed a phalanx Christian. Game is slowing down now. Okay, the petals are all dropped. Okay, now we have this. This unit attacks before enemy, damage increases. 800 defense. I think Z2 can still kill this, even if they attack together. Not quite sure why. Like, is it not a good idea to just take the tank just now with Z2? Why is it better to wait? I don't fully understand. Okay, I thought the action was gonna continue, but looks like we're gonna look at each other for a while again. Freeze prop. I think waiting benefits Katakuri more though. Now Nemia gets like more terrain and her single target attack is back basically. it stacks like this? Or is this a Tenio Breeze? Did I miss something? So do you just get +3 forever? How does this accessory work? Like first time you enter you get +2, and then does it just go +3 forever? Okay, we get another breeze. Can this Nemia not do the same to Christian? Yes, this is infantry troop. Maybe it's a bit harder. Wow, this is a challenge. One, two, three, four, five. Miracle still not being committed yet. I seem to lack understanding of this game. Not sure why the game slowed down the previous 2 turns. Don't think the shield going out for Grand matters. Joe and Connie's still gonna kill it, I'm pretty sure. Wait. Is there not a buff if Joe and Connie has exclusive? I thought that's supposed to be an icon. Maybe I'm remembering wrongly. What is happening in this game? Nothing. Katakuri is a unit up, so he basically has 2 actions at the end of the turn. Oh, it goes away. So you can't, it doesn't like maintain the +3. Ah. Icon only there once Joa goes in base. Ah, I see. This is killable for Cody, you know? Even in Christian's aura. Between the Arcane Golem, I think, you can afford to take cheap kills. Kuda's very low. That's game winning, right? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hmm? Why are they both just waiting? Oh my god, my impatience. Why has nothing been happening after the turn 1 kill? Are we waiting for Miracle? Infection buff and then Miracle. Can't ignore guard on Grand now. Christian's blocking. Okay, Miracle finally comes out. And Lucretia, then and Rosen, then you go for an attack. Miracle doesn't even do anything for Connie. She already has King's Crown. Okay, now ignore guard is back on the menu. Use all resources to kill tank. His lineup kinda sucks for killing tank though. It's like Christian. This is so defensive, holy shit. I guess you could, right, if you kill the tank on this hit. But he's gonna heal up to like 80%. I don't think you can kill the tank this turn. But it looks like she's not gonna lose, like you don't lose anything from trying. Look at the backup time. 30 seconds left. I realized my YouTube chat is bugged. Try to add something. It's fucking bugged out. Just gonna remove it. Oh, shit, that blocks my text. Ooh. Wait a minute. The funny tenure buff. The funny tenure dispel attack. ST has no RNG. Grand Shield no breeze, so can't really take advantage of this just yet. I don't think Joe and Coney's gonna kill that. Maybe if you use Coney to hit the tank, and then you use Nemiya to finish. 4-star Nemiya though. What the fuck? Fucking balance blade Z2. What? It's a fucking balance blade Z2. And what, you gotta gut this now? Hey, Nemiya can just kill this, no? 6.4? How much reduction does this? 35%. Ah, no attack buff. $6.5k. Eh, better not waste it. Okay, so Joe is dead, so there's no more ignore guard. So you have to burst the tank now. It's really rough on tempo. Next turn, mass attack comes back up, but Joe has no attack, and we're kind of running low on space. Eventually, Granshire will be able to find that disable. Damage increase on Zerida. Why not? But Zerida has to chill for one more turn anyway. He doesn't have ignore attack first. So he needs to eat his ball. The street. Oh no, we're running out of timer. Trying to position against Granshire in late game with no timer. You're a unit up, but you have to end Joa first. I mean, Coney. But you can't really defend everything. Yeah. How are you gonna defend? Christian move here, but you can't defend with ball. Ooh. Yeah, tank's gonna die. mean, you can just move Christian up. I don't think he's gonna, guard next turn. He's just gonna move the Christian in. And I think once Christian gets there, it's game over. So once the... I'm just gonna attack with this. Who takes more damage? He took more damage. Wait, can Nemia kill this now? There hope? Took a lot of chip for no fucking reason. Oof. Okay. Was that a throw? Did it matter? Cause Katakuri could have just waited for like the double action to kill at the end of the turn. That game left me very confused. I don't know. Like, isn't it better for Z2 to just commit on turn 2 and take the tank? And then with your Tenure Breeze still active on Grand Show, you can try to find the Coney. And after you get Coney, it should be fine already, right? Everything after that. Slight confusion. Ceui takes second player. Interesting. So far we see most players, they just take player 1 if they get to choose. Double act again coming up. Rosen down, Lina up. Okay. Is he gonna pick Liana? First pick? Assuming AO gets banned. Actually, no, he's just gonna take Rosen and leave the AO in, right? Yeah, ban Andrew. Is Andrew rated higher than Ashen? On player 2 even? Very similar bans as last game. CC White first pick. Whoa. I also just realized we actually haven't seen Gintoki around. He's not been present in a lot of boxes. Just completely fell off. What's he cooking with this? CC White. Ashen tank. And then we're gonna see like what? Oboro Inn is something to look out for as well. Two pseudo assassins out. What threats do we have left? I mean, just gotta go Christian as well. Looks like we're gonna go Christian again. Joa and Coney again? Probably then Burn and something. Sure what? Burn and Gren? Like the physical DPS, probably. Burn Gren, Burn Z2. Burn, Joa, and Coney. Okay. Assassin. Ashen, third pick. Trying to keep up with Egg again. Perhaps. Previously, he third pick Joa and Coney and it worked out. Okay, so no assassins. Grand, kind of an assassin. There's still Nemia as well. The grand total of 4 water tiles this game, in this map. Yeah, not wanting to have more of what happened last game. Just randomly 1 life gone from the tank for no reason. Takes up his own. Faction buff. Yeah, Grand, Yanni, Luke can all buff her. God have, it's time for tank bust. Yanni and Liana, Awakener. Okay. Understandable, have a nice day. Does Landis even do anything? Just a second tank. There's quite a fair bit of AoE threat though, like Nemia plus Yanni. Your healers are fucking sissy white. This is not a Rosen. And this is a fucking Archer AoE. This is gonna hurt. Stability wise, I will probably rate Katakuri's draft higher. But maybe the tank bus actually works. AoE is quite scary. And Katakuri has access to the faster egg again. Especially if you force CC White to start spamming Inspire. Then she doesn't really have time to use egg again. So we have to see if this decision to take out the Rosen is gonna backfire. I'm kind of thinking whether, like, should I just first pick Liana? Isn't it, like, if you want an act again healer first pick, isn't Liana better? At least you're a little bit better protected on the AoE side. Because now you need to use CC White as an AoE healer, which is absolutely shit. Why is this troop called Aegis Guard? G-A-R-D-E, not G-U-A-R-D. On guard. It's not even good against these units, no? Why do people bring this? Why not just GI? You brought GI on this. Werewolf got him. He is not gonna appreciate the AoE from Yenny. Phalanx Christian. Yenny open portal. Act again, Yenny. Double AoE from Nemia and Yenny. Oh shit, Frost Dragon Breath. Third form of AoE. Who the fuck needs Miracle? Just breathe. If this Christian somehow dies first, then he might be reconsidering about not bringing Miracle on Rosen. Wait, this guy's Yeeless? What the fuck? Why is he Yeeless? I guess he was technically born on the Yeeless continent. Technically. Now, it seems like a lot of units just randomly get assigned the generation factions over time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, not quite in range. Portal. Tenure Breeze for the Frost Breath follow-up. Excellent AoE damage from the 1200 int Rosen. Right hand side lacking healing and damage, yeah. Even if you kill the tank, it feels like you still lose after that. Like lose. Even if you get to the tank, like Nemia just clicks you one time, Yenny clicks you one time with Windblade. CC White first pick seems to have ended up as a lot of overthinking. Going CC White but sticking with tank push and ending up with 2 tanks. Kinda difficult to play. Godham can clear Chris pretty easily. Yeah, but he also gets cleared back, right? Like, you can't let him... Like, he's not gonna solo both lives of the tank. Because after the revive, the Christian's gonna get attacked first, and your air slash is not fucking killing that. So, you're clearing 1 life, not both. And that's assuming you get to touch the tank in 1 piece. You're not gonna eat a black hole or some shit. Noom. Doesn't look like Katakuri is planning a move from this spot. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. Kinda needs to stay put. Attack buff. Act again. Probably just attack buff, right? He's trying to drop his petals. Does she get an extra talent stack when she uses this? So she has 3 stacks on turn 2. But the talent says at the start of the turn. Looks like once again gonna take it slow. I think both players are like more defensive overall. Katakuri doesn't want to randomly expose himself to the Grand. He's just gonna wait for the fog to bring Ceui to him. And then he's gonna start AoE. And cycle next turn if he really wants to. Let's see if this will come into play. Act again is on the menu for CC White. And Katakuri kinda has to take it, right? He can't move Nemiya back. Okay, never mind. It's so hard to execute for Ceui because if you dive out of your tank and you lose your DPS, CC White might not be able to give enough support for Christian to endgame. Inspire? Let's get a third tank onto the map. 2 is not enough. Yeah, realistically, could probably try to push one tank forward so that he can start attacking while staying in guard. But they can also start chipping at the Christian if they do that. Ceui has to run forward to heal the tank, and then you're gonna start eating AoE, and that sounds like a bad idea too. But don't really know how you're supposed to execute this. She starts turn 3 without any stacks. Minus defense. Oh, plus damage taken. Probably drop an attack buff on Nemia, and then it's time to start doing things, maybe? Grand Shell has 6 Mobi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's actually near enough. Not the easiest thing either. Spamming X again on the Ashen. Is it just to buff? And turn on Christian, probably. Just drop another pedal. Trying to spread out the best he can. Attack buff is running out on Godham soon, but there's always the egg again. Can Grand Shell take 1 life off this? That's the anti-melee passive. Yeah. Katakuri doesn't really need a move. But also, his timer is low again. He's been burning quite a bit of backup time. Casting these kind of games feels weird. There's like nothing happening 80% of the time. It's just positioning. Yeah, I'm definitely not in my element. I'm just waiting for someone to do something. We're gonna see a... Oh, he blocked the portal. I was gonna say, we're gonna see a Yenny cycle. Long-term investment. Looks like we're gonna still be investing for a good amount of time to come. That's still a very long time, this match. What the fuck? Hello? Hello? This is a Christian. What? Damage plus 20. So strong. Plus 30% attack. This is gonna die to an AoE now. Maybe. 19%. You go in front and then you aim, you drop the water at the back, and then you walk back and then you shoot. 1 life. Wow. Act again is back onto the menu for Ashen. So she's happy with doing that. Doesn't have attack buff, but you can now AoE and plant the portal to defend. Then you just need to keep in mind that this portal is disappearing next turn. Guard could get dispelled at any time. Right? Is this thing dispels? This dispels 3 or so. Okay, when are we gonna see the Frost Dragon Breath? Actually, can Nemia just kill this? It's fucking minus 20% defense plus 20% damage. Just aim, put the terrain, shoot, and then go back. Guardian Infantry 72%. I think Nemia can just kill this. Even without an attack buff. Okay. But again, they're both playing very defensively so far, so... Alright, do you drop the act again now? I feel like you have to act again Yenny this turn, otherwise you're not gonna have any range next turn. I would have taken the shot. But I also don't play tank push. Like, if you're gonna end turn anyway without like trying to act again and go for a combo, just take the shot, no? Okay, Inspire. Debuffs are gone now. Full health back on Christian. No attack buff on Yenny. %30 attack on Nemia. Act Again is still available. Freeze on Odysseus, but no attack buff. It's Landius to buff again. It's a pretty stacked Landius. Almost 20k health, 1300 defense. Christian is running out of faction buff this turn. I mean, Grand Show is running out and Christian doesn't have the buff ready. Yenny has no portals now. Otherwise, I'll say just kill this Lancer and then there's a threat on Grand Show. You know, there's no terrain effect here. Hmm? Is he gonna double portal? Or... Yeah, he doesn't need to put the one above just yet. Landia's guard is down. Christian is still guarding the other two. Isn't this just... No, it's not dead to Nemia. Just defend this tile and the fog will cover you for the next turn. I mean, I think you just move Rosen back. Yeah. This series is too passive for my hyperactive rush brain to understand. Turn 5, we have 1 Lancer kill. Oh! Finally, action! He's doing this without using the act again. Not a kill. That can be good. The guard is still there also. He was probably trying to gamble to be able to pick up the Yenny. But the guard is still there. How many dispels is this? 3 only. If it's only 3 dispels, then it's kind of rough, right? You have to gamble a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, this doesn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 buffs left, so it was like 8 out of 3, or 3 out of 8. Why not do this before God Hand, actually? so that you can get the Lancer out. Act again. Oh my god. This game is so Jova. Okay, technically... Oh my god. Dawn's proc is enough to kill that. Yeah, this drop is... It's very hard to execute, right? Like, maybe if he got the Dispel, there's still a chance. Otherwise, even if he survived that Dawn proc, I think Yenny just taps that with a normal attack, and then the Grand dies. And then even if the Godham gets one kill, he's gonna die to the follow-up attack. Then 2 tanks with Sissy White doesn't beat 1 Christian with Rosen, I think, so... It's just not looking good on... Like, no matter how it plays out, like, no matter what strat he tries to go for, it's just kinda tough. Would it have played out differently if he just stuck to Rosen? Maybe. Without the Rosen, there's just so much extra AoE threat that he kinda has to position kinda weirdly. So, maybe thinking too much with the Sissy White first pick overall, I think. Yeah, Straff is just kinda hard to play. But I also don't understand tank push that well, so that's just my thoughts from like watching this live. Let me double check. I think there's a series that I can go through for review. Winston versus Jayden Nelson. Let me look it up. On Winston's card. Winston Miraport. Oh, I clicked accept all. Oops. Two zero. Winston takes player 1. Poliao. 1 tank. 1 tank plus Sissy White versus 1 tank plus Rosen. Bernhard on both sides. Rosen versus Sissy White. The Poliao. Is this a first ban? Rosen? I wonder. SP Leon in the first game is not very common nowadays, I think. It's mostly a backup box for terrain maps. Trying to find the differences. Actually, quite a few. This side has Lina, Leon, Sagani. Then this side has Joa and Coney, Archon and Oboro. But this side is a little bit more reliant on strat overall, I guess. Getting Archon on both map is also kind of nice. Otherwise, both teams are kind of aggressive in general. Ashen Awakener, and then he picks Awakener. Picking Awakener and not banning Rosen. Because if you pick Rosen, I'm gonna ban your tanks, I suppose. But, you know, Poliao and stuff is still on the menu. Nemia and Andrew ban. Nemia, water map. Maybe he gonna pick his own Nemia. So Rosen. So let's see. Do we have the follow through tank ban along with Ashen? So you could go Fist tank if you want, but I think Yenny comes out here. Yeah, these two units together. And you don't have magic tanks. Po Liao is probably one of the better picks at this point. But still kind of difficult to play because like you need to make sure you have enough follow-up. Nemia and Yenny. CC White third pick. It's just to get rid of the stun. Fair enough. Then the tanks. Pick Z2. Okay, we have the Po Liao plus Z2 initiator here. God hand. So revive unit, long range. The longest range out of the rest of the units. Po Liao doesn't do too much into opposing Rosen. Not really reliant on her to initiate. Oboro ban is interesting. He's not confident in his lineup's ability to collapse onto the lineup, the opposing lineup. That he feels the need to ban out Oboro. I mean, your lineup is kind of time sensitive, right? Like, if you don't initiate before they initiate on you, this double Yenny combo is just gonna eat you alive. So in that sense, I feel like giving Oboro should be okay compared to Gren. Because if you're not confident in being able to rush this Oboro lineup, then you're in for a bad time already against this combo. I'll pick Lina, doesn't even care. Andriel probably gonna buff C2. But Andriel cannot really move on this map before he gets angry. All green. Probably the wing accessory. Lance Phalanx. Buff ST AoE. Empire buff. For who? For Andrew. Grand Fireball. I guess it's not like he needs Windblade anyway. Swap single target. Wait, oh. Is this better than the AoE? Demoniac, this is the conversion, right? Yeah, Nightmare is the one that makes you auto move, and then Demoniac is the class conversion. The Demon conversion plus Yenny could be kind of funny, but it's not very common to see happen. Anyways, I think let's just see how this game plays out. Player 1 Awakener gets the bonds out before Rosen can immunize it. Did the... Okay, no +2 on Grand Show, so doesn't quite have the threat range yet. Even if it's air slash, it's onto revive units. Doesn't get the priest proc. Just setting up overall because the Po Liao is kind of preventing the offensive approach of Yenny. Places the portal there anyway, daring the Po Liao to initiate early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, doesn't matter if it clips Grand Show, just to see if I can dispel it anyway. But we're gonna take it slow. Portal doesn't do much for Yenny as well. Have to wait for the map to close out a little bit. This poly is a little bit annoying. Saw a breeze. Daniel Breeze got him, but we're still dealing with Lance Phalanx. Like a little bit of kiting around. But if Jayden Nelson can get rid of the Spellbind, he has a little bit of a better time initiating with this combo. Because you cannot reapply the debuff. And he goes in, takes 1 life out. Holy. I don't know if it's Tiamat, but it's enough to kill either way. Folio jumps all the way in. Kills the Lancer. Stuns the only Dispeller. Oh, but he already took 1 life off the Polio, so actually no. The Lancer died. So normally if you take 1 life like that, you say that the Polio jumps in, I just kill the Polio again, and then the Z2 can't come in. But because of this ball, the Z2 can come in anytime she wants. So it seems like Godham just activates his transform just to get the revive, and he backs out so that the Z2 cannot take him. Ceui just blasts Yanni into oblivion. Takes a good chunk off Grencho as well. Bind doesn't do anything. Wow, he won this game. This game looks actually kind of hard. Trying to imagine how this plays out. Oh, it's AoE. Can Andrew not clean this up? Let's see how it plays out. Okay, I don't think that AoE does anything. I think you should just take the kill. Wait, that's Balance Blade also. Is Aaron just running this build already? Maybe if it took out the CC White, then it would be a different game. He still has the revive. Probably gonna die together for this. Ooh, Z2 doesn't even die. Does he lose control? No, doesn't. 3C attacks first, takes out Godham. Spins again, damage down. Probably doesn't matter, there's too much HP left. Huh. Awakener just win this alone? Air Slash takes out 1 life, Awakener's gonna take out the other one. Okay, was that an overcommit? Oh, the dimensional jewel proc. Ooh, he just drops the 3C early. No matter who you kill, either way next turn Awakener comes back, or there is a shield into Air Slash from Grencho. Javelin. Heals back up to full. Cavalry troop though. Does this kill? $41,000. Didn't get his attack. I mean, her attack dispelled. $1,700. I mean, 17,000 HP. Hero. 41k looks pretty overkill. Awakener OP. What the fuck? 40 something percent and he managed to score this kill. What's with BBZ2? I don't know. Is it like a AoE rush kind of setup? Like, because in the future there's gonna have like the Ice Imelda and stuff. So I don't know if it's like a rush thing. You just go with Poliao, then you go with Z2, try to disable everything. I don't know, but that's 2 BBZ2s I've seen today. Man, Awakener clutches this out. It looks kind of bad originally. Either infantry troop on the Andriel might have been able to tank that. Now we're just gonna have... I mean, Roten's never gonna win this, so... What the fuck am I looking at? Why are we not in the next game yet? Damn, still not dead. Dimensional Duo! I'm gonna click it again. I'm gonna fucking do it again. Leon in, Archon out. Plains of Strife. Not exactly the map that I would rate Leon the highest in overall. I guess you just want to drop out Archon for something. Okay, no more Awakener. We are done. Ashen. So with BBZ2, can this thing still kill tanks? Probably need to wait for the new accessory to do this build, right? Ooh, Poliao. Getting spicy. And Mia and Leon span out the AoE threats. Giving Yenny. Yeah. Poli semi-counters it, but you're dealing with Act Again plus Yenny, so if you're not like very sure whether you can initiate properly or not, you might just find yourself losing out a unit before you even go in. Sagani Godham. Basically just trying to ban out the turn 1 long range units. Burn is still dangerous, but Burn still needs to click faction buff. Grand Shield, not the best range overall. It's like 6+4 at most. And Andriel is also not quite a turn 1 unit. Here we're dealing with quite a lot of Ectogen and Portal Enjoyers. Nemia is still on the map. Leon is still on the map. Probably Nemia here? No, Leon. Okay. It's 2 cavalries against Poliao, which is interesting. A Grand Shield, and it's going to be 5 DPS versus 5 DPS. Double Grand Shield last pick. Buff is kind of nice, right? It buffs like the whole team strat, the last 3 units. Well, we already have a spoiler for who wins this game, so it feels like the Yenny just got off a kill. before anything else happened. Mass resist, no stuns. Yeah, every now and then you kind of forget that this unit has mass resist. Buff on Yenny. Let me see. Does Leon bring AoE or single target? Leon brought single target. Windblade mass resist. Looks like quite a dangerous polio. Act again. Act again Grand Shield with the bonus breeze effect. Grand Shield is forced to go in front, you know, so that like the units can follow up into the guard range, probably. Otherwise, Grand Shield can just plant the shield here. Leon does not care. He just wants a kill, and he wants it now. That's lucky, right? The Grand Shield could have ended up like here. Okay, to be fair, there was only one tile that would allow him to avoid the air slash, which is this tile, which is like in the corner. Like one tile out of like 20 or something. Any other tile and Grand will be able to just plant the shield. I guess if the polio ends out outside the shield range, that'll be okay too. But that's also like, so either one of the units have to end up here. And, you know, the dice roll just doesn't favor that. Act against kind of pointless, right? He's just gonna get killed. It's not like there were any other kills on the map to begin with. I thought you would like act again you would act again Lina to try and counter kill this. Was it a good idea to put the loyalty on Polio? Quite sure, because Polio... It's going backwards. Oh, downwards. Probably kills the Leon. Oh, what? Yeah, that's like my Polio. That's my Polio's damage. 12.7 on a forest. And then this 4k left feels like it's like fucking nothing, the damage. This does not look like a 2.4k attack polio on a cavalry. Yeah, I don't know. Why enemy polio touch my diehard straight away die? My polio touch a damaged Leon. The Leon survives. What? Oh my god, the Grand Show. Yeah, it's gonna snowball out of control. And the worst part of all of this is the Andros still not activated yet because your fucking thing's on polio. Which can be completely ignored from this point onwards. Javelin actually kills the Grand. That flyer girl literally power creep low. Kind of. Her act again has a cooldown though. It's like 3 turns cooldown. But she's a DPS unit and not a healer, so yeah, she has attack buff, she has a heal, and she has act again. Act again has a cooldown, and that's about it. Like, it's kind of weird to say power creep Flo, cause Flo's a healer. This unit's a DPS with a revive, with a stun. So it's a power creep a lot of things, not a power creep Flo. It's just power creep in general. No, fuck you, that's why. Whee! I mean, you just can't trade anymore at this point. Down a unit. You're getting zoned by enemy Andrew. Act again. Udana. Ooh! Fail kill? Never mind, just hit again. Fucking stupid unit. Wait, is he anti-stun? Yeah. If unit has 2 or more stacks of radiance, enemy is stunned for 1 turn before battle. And I don't see immunity on this guy. It's fucking Born of Arashi. Born of Arashi Andrew. Okay, I will say one thing though. I've seen Ashen have damage issues a lot in the past few days. Just mostly against SP Burn, and SP Burn is like tanky as shit, so we'll forgive that, but 3 troops, Ashen 1800 attack on 75% horse troops Andrew. It's just attack first, I guess, but 20 hits, you can't kill this. 1100 defense. 3 stacks, so it's plus 15 damage on top of attack and defense increased by 20%. On top of 24% increased damage. Oh, they attack together. Wait. Oh, Andrew's attack first doesn't proc on defense. Oh, you're not even fighting infantry troops, you're fighting cav troops. Enemy soldiers within 2 blocks have attack and defense decreased by 15%. Is this troop shit? Only 25% attack. And yeah, you get a lot of damage. But seems like your troops just don't do anything, especially into this aura. Wait, no, the aura isn't even active. It's only above 80. So what the fuck is wrong with this damage? Defender. I mean, you should have enough damage increase to go through defenders, I feel like. 552. And then I can't see the fucking numbers after that. But I've seen Ashen fail a lot of kills. Like maybe it's just people not having like high star yet. Like 8% is 4 star, I think. Ashen. Yeah, 8%. No, 8% is 5 star. That's not even low. But I've seen Ashen fail a lot of kills like these few days. And yeah, it's just game over. I mean, it doesn't matter, but like, it's kind of a bad look seeing her fail so many kills in like these few days. It didn't matter because there's still a Yenny and another Ashen at the back. Okay, so 2-0 Winston to Jayden Nelson, and I think that's the remainder of the round of 16. So probably gonna take a few days of break as the remaining participants schedule their next set of games. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Peace.